Carthago delenda est.
Carthage must be destroyed. These were the words that endlessly echoed through the halls of the Roman Senate. But what exactly was Rome so afraid of? Before the devastating fires of 146 BC wiped it from the face of the earth, Carthage was the undisputed jewel of the Mediterranean. It was a megacity of nearly 500,000 souls, a marvel of ancient engineering, an empire built not just on the edge of a sword, but on the power of trade, navigation, and boundless ambition. History is written by the victors, and Rome did everything in its power to erase its greatest rival. But today, we step back in time. Today, we rebuild Carthage. Our journey begins where Carthaginian power was truly born: the sea. Approaching the city from the water, you wouldn't just see a port, you would see a floating fortress. This is the Cothon, the legendary harbor of Carthage, and a masterclass in ancient logistics. It was divided into two distinct sections. First, you would enter a massive rectangular commercial port, a chaotic and vibrant hub bustling with merchants from Egypt, Greece, and Iberia, trading silver, glass, and the famous Tyrian purple dye. But beyond this merchant hub lay the absolute secret of their power, the circular military harbor. Hidden behind high, impenetrable walls, this naval base could house 220 warships. In the very center stood the Admiralty Island, a commanding structure where the fleet commander could oversee the entire Mediterranean horizon. It was the ancient equivalent of the Pentagon, the beating heart of unmatched naval supremacy. Leaving the docks, we step into the dense, vibrant streets of the lower city. Carthage was one of the first cities in the ancient world to build upwards. Long before the Romans constructed their famous insulae, Carthaginians lived in massive apartment blocks, reaching up to 6 stories high. The streets were laid out in a precise grid, paved and equipped with sophisticated underground cisterns designed to catch and store every single drop of precious rainwater. Looming over the narrow streets and the bustling marketplaces was the Byrsa, the grand, fortified citadel hill. At its peak stood the magnificent Temple of Eshmun, built of gleaming limestone and adorned with gold. This was the spiritual and financial core of the city, where immense wealth was safely stored, and the gods of Phoenicia were worshipped looking down upon the sea. But a metropolis this rich needed unparalleled protection. Shielding Carthage from the harsh African continent was a staggering defensive system, a triple line of walls stretching across the entire isthmus. These walls were nearly 13 meters high and 9 meters thick. But they were not just solid stone. They were brilliant feats of engineering. The walls were hollowed out to act as massive, multi-level barracks and stables, capable of holding 300 war elephants and 4,000 horses, complete with storage for their food. Behind these formidable defenses lay the Megara. This was a sprawling, peaceful suburb of orchards, lush gardens, and wealthy villas, all fed by complex irrigation canals. Because of the Megara, Carthage was a city that could feed itself. Even under the tightest siege, the city was designed to survive. Standing in Carthage in 149 BC, surrounded by golden limestone and endless wealth, it would have been impossible to imagine its end. It represented an absolute peak of ancient civilization. Yet, within 3 short years, the unimaginable would happen. Roman legions would finally breach the unbreakable walls. The 6-story houses would burn to the ground. The glorious Cothon would be choked with debris, and the surviving citizens would be sold into slavery. The Romans didn't just defeat Carthage, they systematically dismantled it stone by stone, cursed the ground, and tried to erase its very memory from history. But ruins and ashes can only hide so much. Through the fragments of history and the power of Reconstruction, the ghost of the great Mediterranean queen still whispers to us today. The visuals you saw were created with AI. We aim for historical accuracy, but some artistic liberties may appear. Subscribe to see what we rebuild next.